Bye. Well, you guessed it, guys. On a bike ride. Our regular Sunday bike ride through the villages. I'm going to go a slightly different route again today. It is 11:15. It's a bit cloudy. The barber. That's it. Edge of the village. So it seems some people are not getting the notifications, so that's a bit of a shame. So I didn't want to start the chatter until a little bit further into the video when more of you are on board. Still spots of sunshine peeking through the clouds. Hey, down by the river. This is the worst road in the area at the moment. This isn't getting paved properly for a long time, if ever. This route is more of a countryside route as far as I can. There is an area where I'd like to sneak by, but it's not a road. it's just a death trap. Bit impossible to get through without getting off the bike, so no point in doing that. It's another hot day, even though there's cloud coverage. Okay, what's that, 5 minutes? Over 5 minutes. Hopefully there's more of you on board now. So again, this week I'd like to throw in some 80s movies references throughout the journey. You have to really listen, because I throw them in quite well, actually, if I do say so myself. I do like my 80s movies, and there was 13 in the last one, and I think the most was 4 spotted. So if you haven't seen that video yet, please go back, click on the link on the screen or in the description, and see if you can pick out the 13. 1 or 2 are quite sneaky, as are the ones I'm going to do now. Hello. So yes, if you've just joined us, I will be mentioning some 80s movies throughout my chat today. Just a bit of fun, just to keep you engaged, hopefully. I'm trying to develop the channel, so as much of the video as you can manage, guys, really does help me achieve the 4,000 watch hours I require, which is only 3,885 short as we stand today. Slightly windy here. And actually, it's not so light, it's near dark. Oh, is that my sunglasses? Thought I'd mention the cemeteries again. They are quite lavish compared to back home. This building on the right here, it's only just been built, so if you can see that. But I haven't seen any yet. I'm not sure they have any, but if they did, I'm sure the pet cemetery would be better than the ones back home as well. We had actually a cat die in our backyard in Hanoi. We heard some squealing and horrible noises one night, and we didn't think anything of it. We just thought it was a cat messing about. And then I saw a cat on the water tank, or next to it, sleeping. Thing is, it was sleeping in the same position for a couple of days. Bright spark me, you know, didn't notice. I thought she was breathing. Feel really sad about that cat. Yeah. And then we found it had glass in its neck, so bloody hell. Oh, God knows how that happened. But we didn't put it in a pet cemetery. It was just matter of fact, just got rid of it. Different out here.
Hello.
Hey! Gone through some small villages here. It's quite quiet, even though it's 11:15 before lunch. But as the schools have closed, there's no kids leaving the school, which is just down here. Are we going to see some rain? I hope not, because I've got the charger plugged into it. Battery's not included with this. It's just 40 minutes worth, really, when you think about it, this GoPro. So I've got the battery pack plugged in, but to do that I've got to take the door off the GoPro, which means obviously it's open to the elements. But 40 minutes isn't long enough for a battery for my bike rides. They're all normally about an hour or an hour and a half. So, oh, going through the banana. I love this little area. Beautiful. Can you hear the tannoy? So they're distributed all over the villages and even in some of the towns as well. I've seen it. I've heard it in Hanoi in the old quarter. But sometimes, I mean, we can't really hear it in the village. It's not so bad. I can imagine somebody wanting to cut the wires to the speaker so they don't hear it every damn morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, that's risky business doing that. Could get locked up. God knows what they do to you. Well, this isn't as hot as last week. My God, that was incredible. Can only imagine my body heat in that temperature. But being footloose and fancy free, I just do what I want in whatever weather. Let's hope I don't live to regret that. Yeah, this is one of the schools here, and they have little stalls outside, shops and midday. That's iced sugar cane. Open space. Slightly windy, you can feel it. It's, probably hear it on the camera. The windiest part will be going down the river. You see how many cows I come across, or water buffalo, on that little trek. The trail runs down the side of the river and not a lot of room. Have you been keeping up with the Travel Agent Hanoi channel and the news? There's some great news I posted the other day, Saturday. Basically, the Pfizer vaccine has been ordered or committed to send into Vietnam. 31 million of them, doses, which is good news for the Americans, you guys out there, because you were asking if hey, because of the report a couple of months ago that Vietnam was suggesting that they would only allow entrance for people who were given the similar vaccine to the Vietnamese, which at the moment is AstraZeneca. And I was getting emails and messages, comments, what about Pfizer? And of course the news item was typical news at the moment. Nothing substantial. There was no guarantee that that was the only thing they were going to do. But now that Vietnam are diversifying their vaccine supplies by buying further across the market, across the world, there's every chance that it could start to kick off again, the rollout. Still just teetering on the edge of 1% of the first dose, which is around about, was about 970,000 roughly. But as it stood the other day, I think it was 37,000 who have had both injections, both doses. So still a way to go, guys. But the news that Pfizer is coming is good. Being that China is not exactly Vietnam's best friend, I don't know whether they're going to bother buying the Sinovac from China, or stick to AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Sputnik, maybe going on into Johnson & Johnson or Moderna, but who knows. The next 6 months, well, the next 3 months will be quite crucial. May find Vietnam opening up sooner than we thought, or can't be any further away at the moment. The way I feel at the moment, not very positive. You know, having a travel agency, etc. But any date prior to summer 2022, I'd be quite happy, because people can start to plan. We sometimes get people who plan a year in advance anyway, and they book their package with us. Because it's a year in advance, we only take 25% deposit. Hello. We normally take 50% at least 3 months before arrival, and then a month before arrival we collect the full amount, because you have to buy flights and pay deposits, pay hotels, etc. Right, back onto the video today. There's some buildings down here. They've been built recently, and usually when they build with like a lake in front or rice fields in front. They built it with a small bloody window, and the room with a view is out the other side. We kind of play with, we would like big open plan, open window kind of like French doors or something like that, looking out onto rice terraces or onto the river. They put a small window and have the big entrance the other side. Totally different way of looking at things here. For those who've been to Vietnam, have you come across that quite a lot? You see a gorgeous view out the front, and all the windows are out the back, or vice versa. Still get the double take when they see me. Doesn't matter how many times I go down this track, whoever sees me is always somebody for the first time seeing a foreigner. I silently get a kick out of it, to be honest. People going, whoa! Ong Tay, they say. Ong Tay means Mr. West, but Ong also means grandfather, so I hope they mean Mr. I am 50, but bloody hell. Alright, cut into the river. Oh, the dragonflies are out, and when dragonflies are flying at low levels, it means it's going to rain. Yes, my bike's still squeaking, Thomas, I know. I haven't figured out what you meant by the central part that isn't needed. You see the lotus leaves on the right hand side. Oh, it looks like a guy's scuba diving here. There's a couple of guys actually. He's got a rubber ring there, a couple of rubber rings, one to sort of attach to the oxygen, and one to have his bag. Looks like his helmet for his bike. There's a couple of bikes further up, so maybe there's two guys, one over there. Probably can't see him, it's quite far away. But they're basically fishing for clams. You may have seen there, see the big bag full there. Big bag. Yeah, they do get quite a lot of clams, and I think these guys just sell them. Not sure that they use them to eat, but I know one of you is not happy with that, Mr. X. I can hear thunder. Not sure if this guy's going to pop up. The other one's going back down, I think. They do look like really old Second World War gas masks. And when I was in the Air Force, we used S6 and S10 respirators for our infantry training. And bloody hell, that was an experience, I tell you. Going in the gas chamber, CS gas. But that, you see, it's like a hood on the back. It does look like one of those old style masks. It's quite pleasant down by the river. Okay, I can't connect to my phone to see what the angle of the camera is like, so it's going to be a guesswork now. Bloody hell. So this is quite a rough terrain. And more squeaks. Whoa. How many of the 80s movies references have you got so far? I haven't actually counted how many I've mentioned. I've mentioned at least half a dozen or more. They're not as straightforward as you might think. You have to really listen and stand by me for the rest. For the rest of the video. Son of a bitch. That doesn't repair. That doesn't. Jesus, I can't even speak English. What am I trying to say? Jesus, you know, living in Vietnam, I don't speak English very often. Damn, I can't remember the words. I've got to learn Vietnamese. You've probably mentioned it by now in live chat, what I'm trying to say. I think it's to stop other vehicles, not necessarily me going a bike ride. Damn, I've got to get this bike fixed. It's winding me up. I think I've got cows at the end of the bridge. Oh. The flags are out. I think this is for election day coming up. I actually thought there was only one party, but I think it's just electing different leaders for different parts of the government. Oh, now there's a couple of dogs that sometimes chase me from this area, from this house here. Nowhere to be seen, thankfully. Well, looking at what I've done recently, I've started doing something called YouTube Shorts. Now, if you haven't been made aware of this, when you're looking through YouTube on your phone, on your news feed, you may come across a couple of videos first, and then you see like a display of portrait videos, and you can scroll to the right, to the left, so flick to the left and you'll go along and see lots of videos all in portrait mode. Basically those are videos that are viewed on the mobile only for the best experience. Of course, you can still watch it on desktop, but it doesn't look as good. You'll see that the last two videos I put up, if you've seen them, one was what was happening in the river, and when I was coming back from my brother-in-law's after a few beers, and the other one was where I was being invaded by chickens just as I was sat there. So I just stuck my phone on and filmed it. So YouTube Shorts are videos of less than a minute. They don't actually count towards my my watched hours, so it's actually trying to get that one viral video that will hopefully bring in more subscribers, because a brand new channel, just 3 weeks old now, just over, with actually over 100 now. Thanks guys, and thank you for subscribing guys, really appreciate it. I know some of you have come over from Travel Agent Hanoi channel and actually re-watched some of the older videos, but if you haven't, if you're only new to the channel, do go back and see what's available, because there's some great content throughout the channel, older videos. There must be 30 odd videos now, so yeah, so back to the shorts. I'm trying to develop the channel, and this is a possible way to gain subscribers, not watch hours but subscribers, and then hopefully the subscribers will do what I've asked just then, to watch all the old videos, and then forthwith building my watch hours. So apologies if it's too short a video. I did do 2 yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. That was Monday. This video is for Sunday. Let me know what you thought. It's not going to be that often. I just thought sometimes I don't have my GoPro. It's not a very long scene, and so I think I just flick my phone on and just throw it up on YouTube. Try and get that viral video that the channel needs. How was the angle on that? Is that alright? This new damn V-Smart phone I've got won't connect to my GoPro, won't connect to my drone unless I restart the phone, and even that isn't any guarantee that it'll connect. So it's quite frustrating. So when I stopped to film those guys in the river and angle it so that you can see, I lost the position for the bike, but it looks about right. Apologies if it isn't. You're probably just looking up at the sky. I hope not. So we're going through some nice woodland here. And then past the green rice fields. Unless you're looking straight up in the air, blue skies or cloudy skies. Shut up, Simon, you're waffling. Here's the little dam here. No way through on my kayak. Dog following me. Yeah, this is the one. Hello. So actually, on this side of the river, I'm actually just crossing in to the province of Ha Nam. So we're on the edge of Nam Ding province in our village, really. The river sort of dissects it. So along this river, this road here, I'm actually in Ha Nam. And then I cross over into Nam Ding again on that bridge. Back down the river. How's it going with the movies references? If I went that way, there's a rope there. I've said a few, 4 or 5 more since I last spoke about them. Yeah, they'll lynch me with that rope. Isn't the old saying, if the cows are sat down, it's going to rain? Is that an old wives' tale? I've heard that before somewhere. Anyone else? Yeah, so back to the border, because and you can't see it, but there's a pagoda on the other side of the river, and that's Buddhist. But you see the church ahead of me is Catholic. So it's like once, oh actually that's on that side of the river, so that's blown my theory out of the water. But it's like, it's kind of in this sort of area over the river, they have more Catholic churches. So perhaps Ha Nam is more of a Catholic province. The mountains in the distance that you maybe can see now, they're near Van Long National Park. Yeah, church bells. Yeah, so I'll do a trip out to Van Long one day on the motorbike. I won't go on a bicycle. It's a bit difficult to see, or get there and see something and come back in one day. Now, is it me? Do you normally predominantly look to the right? Because you may not have noticed this river when you're going down it on the left. I don't know, am I talking rubbish? I feel as if I tend to look out to the right and notice things more. So guys, if you've got any ideas of videos for Vietnam village life, please let me know. I did have a request on the village walkthrough video just recently for talking about renting property in the village, which I'd never really thought about, to be honest. So that's an opportunity for a video, I suppose. Although, if you're thinking about renting as a foreigner, that's not going to be so easy. We might have seen this before, but you see the stripes on the flag? That's to denote a pagoda. So there is a Buddhist pagoda this side of the river. So I'm talking rubbish. So probably a bit late now, but I suppose, no, in a way it's okay, because I want to find out who is the most loyal supporter of village life, who watches it all the way through, gets the 80s movies references, and if you're watching live, you probably put them down already in the live chat box. I was going to say don't bother, but it'll help me count who's got so many first. Yeah, because if you watch this later, you'll probably find them yourself. So maybe it's not about being first, it's just about how many you get. As I say, I don't have a number of how many there are yet until I edit the video, go through and listen to myself. Bloody hell, that's hard work. And count them. In my last video, I also threw in a few 90s movies to see if it threw you off balance. So bit of fun. Haven't had any water yet. I'm gasping. Whoa. Time. So if you watched the last video, guys, I was talking about doing a battle of the Vietnam beers. So if you're up for that, let me know when would be best in the comments, not the live chat, in the comments, or both, or when you will be most up for a beer. Obviously you guys in the States and you guys in Australia are going to have totally different times, but a few beers in the morning won't go down too badly, will it, Aussie guys? So if I did it early morning Sunday next week, Saturday night for the Americans and Canadians that are watching, and around lunchtime for you guys, about 3 or 4 hours ahead, aren't you? And the Vietnamese, well, if you're at a wedding, you're drinking anyway, so you might as well have a couple more with us. But yeah, let me know what time in Vietnam would be best for you, and I'll go through it. Well, do just a bit of a chat really, and I'll go through some beers. I've got 10 to go through. Oh, my wife won't talk to me for a week. Right, civilization. You see sometimes somebody's front, like living room, is facing onto the road. They've got a table and a load of drinks and snacks stuck there, so transform the living room into a snack shop. Nice little villages. And ninjas everywhere. Head to toe in the smock to keep the sunshine out. They don't want dark skin. I mean, I've got my long sleeve on, but I don't go crazy. Head to toe. My left foot's just gone numb. I know my arse has gone numb. This seat is not the most comfortable. Nice pagoda there. You've seen that before, the big bell and a gong on it. Imagine getting locked up for ringing that. Well, the sun hasn't been shining so much today. Hopefully you've still got a good outlook. For the last 20 minutes you probably just got the sky. My camera's not in the right position. There we go. Sneak past the cows. You can see the yellow rice fields now, guys. It's looking good now. Yeah, look at that. These are more advanced than our fields. I'm going to try and get the drone out, fly over the fields when they're yellow, green and yellow. But it's been so damn windy, you can't get decent shots. Very quiet. Cows everywhere. There you go. Go slow side, don't scare them. Whoosh. Well, it's noisy here. Well, crickets. Ooh. All in that one tree. Are they crickets? Hello. Jesus. I don't need Cujo chasing me. Now you can see the yellow fields. And there are areas where it's been flattened a bit. That's been due to the heavy rains. Had a few downpours recently, some during the night, some during the day, but really shooting down, and it's damaging the rice fields. Don't look all nice and straight. Oh, look at that. Now that looks beautiful. That's the first time I've seen it like this year. Yes. You got your browns, your greens, your yellows. Yeah, nice. Always different colours throughout the year in the fields. From a mucky brown to brown and slight green to green and yellow to yellow. So we're now just after mid-May. So I believe that some of these have been tied up into small batches. They're probably the ones that have been trampled, so they tie them up in batches to make them stronger to stand up, so when the harvester goes along it can pick them up. If they're laid flat, the harvester's just going to miss them and they'll lose like quite a lot of rice. Oh, it stinks around here. Probably those buffaloes in the water. Yeah, down by the riverside. Yeah, I'm knackered now. How far's that been? Well, that's been over an hour. Jesus. That's just under, it's about 19.4 kilometres. Need to get off this kind of road now, this path. Just doing my knees in. Boy, and my bum. There's that old building that I stopped at a few months ago. One thing about Vietnam, it's got some interesting buildings. The ones in Hanoi, if you've been to Hanoi, you know the ones I mean. I mean, the old quarter's full of them, but some colonial buildings in the French Quarter as well as the Old Quarter. And out by Hai Ba Chung, where a lot of embassies are, some nice buildings there as well. In fact, the embassy buildings themselves look pretty smart. So guys, this COVID-19, is it a never-ending story, or are we going to get back to travelling again? And are you going to be getting back to Vietnam? I have a few people watching the channel who have actually said they're coming or have already booked, just waiting for Vietnam to open. If you are planning on coming to Vietnam, please do contact us, because we're going to need the business after currently 18 months penniless, and if it's another year, well, 2.5 years without an income is scary for anyone, wherever you live, cheap or not. I've still got commitments elsewhere, so if you do want to come to Vietnam, please do contact us. Booking at travelagenthanoi.com or the website www.travelagenthanoi.com. Help support a local Vietnamese travel agency, and it is a Vietnam company, joint stock company. There is one guy called Bo. Not sure what you mean, mate, but you keep asking if we're real. How can we be a travel agency? Well, very easily, mate. We started in 2014, 1st of October, and we're still a travel agency nearly 7 years on. The fact that there's a pandemic on doesn't stop us being a travel agency. We're one of the few that are staying standing. A lot have given up, moved on to other things, but we will be here 2022, 2023 and onwards. Hopefully my son is not of an age to take over by the time COVID finishes, because I'll be nearing 70 and sod doing that at that age. I won't be doing the village life videos, I doubt. I'll leave that up to Wilming. Whoa. Flat road, drink. There we go, guys, the river. Pretty big. A bit windy along this road. This is where I spotted the guy in the river from the short video. If you haven't seen that, do click on it. Fascinating. As I said earlier, it's a short video, something I'm trying out. May not appeal to everyone, but I'm trying to build the channel in different ways, and you're watching the whole video from start to finish while I'm riding the bicycle really helps my watch hours. I mean, at the end of the day, to earn very, 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 very little, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to become part of the YouTube partner program. And as I'm finding out on my Travel Agent Hanoi channel, it's nothing. You could advertise, you know, through Google AdWords, advertise the channel, but what you gain in views will cost you an arm and a leg. So Google Ads is a money pit. It'll suck you dry. There's not much point in doing that. So it's got to be the normal channels going through Facebook or Twitter. Oh, guys, if you haven't seen it yet, I do have a Facebook page, my Vietnam Village Life. Now, Vietnam Village Life was taken. I did offer to take it from them because they weren't active for ages, but nobody replied, so I just added the word "my" at the beginning. So take a look on Facebook, My Vietnam Village Life, and you should see a picture of us and a few of my videos. So go on there, click like and follow, and please share to all your friends on Facebook. Try and develop the page that links to the YouTube channel. Oh, and I'm not sure, can't remember who it was now. Sorry, mate. Somebody mentioned linking my channel, Vietnam Village Life, to the Travel Agent Hanoi channel. Well, I've managed to do that now. So you go along the tabs of my channel and hit channel, it should come up with Travel Agent Hanoi. And also you go on Travel Agent Hanoi channel and do the same, it'll come up with with Vietnam Village Life. So that's that done. Thanks for that, mate. Never even thought about that. Every little helps. Right. Final push. Whew. Fighting the wind here. That's a bit disappointing down the side of the river. Actually, there's a lot of rubbish. I'm not sure if you can see it, but what I might one day, I might go along that bit with a big plastic bag, couple of plastic bags, and pick it all up, make it look a lot nicer. There's one thing I've just noticed there, there's little pits with water in. Those will be for the water buffalo. Good idea. If it was clean, I'd jump in it. All right, we're at 22.5 kilometers just about. And that's around 77.5 minutes. So a bit of an hour 20 video today. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. You can see our fields are still green because I'd say they're a week or two behind. So once they start to turn yellow, I'll do some great filming, hopefully. And hopefully the wind dies down, I can get the bloody drone out. Okay guys, so I'll leave you there. That's just under an hour and 20. How many did you get? How many 80s movies references? I left one out till the end. So what I was going to say is, talking about the cemeteries before, It's a lavish lifestyle after they're dead, but while they live quite mediocre lives, simple lives. Okay guys, there was one in there. It's one of my favourite B movies as well. Fantastic. I'll give you a clue, it had a wrestler in it. And one of the longest fight scenes ever in Hollywood history. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Please click like and subscribe if you haven't, and click that bell so that you are notified when I stick up a premiere. Hopefully you knew this was coming. I've yet to reach more than 19, I think, at any one time on a premiere, so let's see if we did it this time. Cheers guys.